And then I guess I send a few of these out. Do I want to put this anywhere else? Guess I'll put it in Geon server. I always like self-promoting Geon server. I don't know why. I guess I can self-promote in the swag server too. I'm lost streaming. So I don't say anything about what I'm building, but yeah. I guess I'll have to sign up for streaming on Cubes for All at some point. Man, it's just me promoting myself in Zeus's channel. Holy crap. Let's not do that. That looks a little bit weird. Whatever. Oh, I'm still getting over a cold, but whatever. So, because I haven't been streaming at all recently, it's probably going to be me, myself, and I streaming tonight. But I want to remember to unbox the Finalmouse Starlight Phantom. Not because this, Starlight 12 needs to be replaced, but, why not? Anyways, the real thing I'm actually going to be building today is a budget keyboard. Because I actually haven't built, budget things. I just sort of skipped everywhere and just did whatever I felt like. That'll probably be my channel, but, I did want to build this, though, because I had promised someone early on that I would build it. Another content sort of guy. As you can tell from this nondescript black box, this one's got to be a good one. This is a TM680. You can use the build command, I guess, if you're watching the live stream. This is a budget, and I mean budget. Before I unbox, actually, let me take it out at least. Minimally packaged, very light. At least tells you it's a mechanical keyboard, and then has user instruction. Yeah, this isn't helpful at all. And this is it. This is what it is. I don't even know what this brand is. Has thick silicone feet on the back. This is just feels like some sort of acrylic case. I don't know if this is aluminum or some sort of steel, but it doesn't feel great. Anyways, have to see how I take this apart. So I just see screws through the top here. So I might have to struggle through this. It does have a knob. And it has plenty of north-facing RGB, so this will be a nightmare. And it's hot swap. I think that's the thing I'm fearing most, just ruining. What comes in this box? I actually haven't opened this up yet. Oh, a cable and a puller. That's nice of them. This cable will actually be useful. This is going to be a Christmas present for my father-in-law. And you could always just use another one of these cheapy pullers. These things are always good. I actually bought a few of these when I was making boards for my friends recently, or sending them my previous builds, more or less. Anyways, let me move this stuff down. I'm actually going to keep the cable out. I guess I should test this board first and make sure it actually works. It is USB-C on the back. They do have a wired and wireless version. This is simply, what's this crap? This is simply the wired version because I kind of didn't feel like dealing with a battery and stuff. Let me pull up the website real quick and you can take a look at what this thing even is. What button? I think it's this button. So here we can see quick AliExpress. $60 US of this from whatever this shop is. If you look around, you can probably get them for cheaper. This again is a super budget thing. They even have a bunch of KS9s in this tub here to use. Not really expecting too much of it. I'm just sort of expecting it to be a fun little build. But 680, TM680 mechanical keyboard, hot swap, 3-pin, 5-pin. None of this excites me at all. A lot of people have bought it though, and curiously, a lot of people do rate it fairly high. It seems that there's some issues with some of the colors and connectivity, but for the most part, people are happy with it. Not looking at something top end, but you know, it just is what it is. Anyways, this board actually took me, I want to say close to 2 months to get in from China. It took me forever. That's there, and I need to figure out desk space, which I just don't have anymore. Alright, put my there 75 over there. Built that last time. That was pretty fun to build. And then fix later because I messed it up. Oh, that's a lot of color. Okay, that's a lot of color. I guess I should fire up VIA to double and triple check. Of course, it's not in VIA. Let's bring up that on screen, and let's see if we can get these things, hot swap sockets, to trigger. Can I just do it like this? Or am I gonna have to take it out? I'm gonna have to take it out. Alright. Fine. Alright. I'm gonna start by unscrewing this because I'm not sure exactly how this goes together. I'm assuming these screws go all the way through the integrated plate, so I'll need to use them. They look like self-tappers, so I need to make sure I don't over-tighten to strip anything out. And then beyond that, we'll see what else happens. Yeah, Brian Clicks had originally dropped into the channel pretty close when I started streaming keyboard stuff, and he was talking about this board and some other boards that he had tried and liked, and he recommended this as a good budget board. Let me take this off the screen. And it's something I definitely wanted to try. Knowing me, I'd probably, if not pushed to do so, would not have done a budget board of my own choosing, so. Come on out, screw. There we go. Quappa, hey, thanks for the follow. How's it going? You get to watch me build a super budget board tonight. If I can figure out how to get this knob out. Or do I just force it and hope for the best? There's nothing to grab onto here. I don't have a spludger tool on me. How bad could this be, though? Well, if I force it open from this side... What is it, just plastic clips in the back or something? Interesting. Yeah. Alright, it looks like I can just brute force it open. I don't know if there's an easy way to get this knob out. Oh, just pull it enough. Alright. Yeah. And then pry. And then it's out. This is a simple enough case. Alright. Let me plug it in and let's try testing the PCB, because if something's busted, I want to keep it open so I can just quickly get some wire and solder on it to fix it. The escape is already activated. How's that already activated? Questionable. Okay, that does activate. I guess I should turn on sounds real quick. Alright. It's all the good booping and beeping noises we like to hear when we fire up VIA. That one sounded fuzzy in my headphones for some reason. This way I also know too, if something doesn't work after I plug in keys, then it's totally just my fault for breaking a hot swap socket. I think that's the thing I dislike most about hot swap sockets is I feel like I'm going to break them every time I insert a switch. I know that's sort of irrational, but, you know, is my fear. This thing has so much RGB on it. Oh. Function. Arrows are the important part for my father-in-law. He reads, as my wife puts it, a lot of trash Chinese novels online, and basically he just hits the down arrow all day long when he reads. So as long as he has that, he'll be very happy. And it looks like everything is more or less working. Function button we'll just assume is working at this point. Alright. Move this stuff around a little bit. Is this touching my mat? Yes, it is. That should be enough support not to blow out sockets. So today we have KS9s, 205 grade 0, and Desky films. I end lubed the springs. These are pretty standard, simple switches. And I'm not expecting that much out of them. This is actually my first build with them. But you know, they're pretty well-known, revered switches, and I have to say for a budget switch option, not bad. I thought about going with like GAT-X's or something like that since I have like 2 bags of those laying around, but decided to stay true to the budget game and just use these. Just flipping these over to make sure that the legs are still facing the right directions so I don't have issues. And this one should be pretty quick. Once we get done this build, I'll be moving on to probably unboxing this, my new Starlight Phantom, because I don't think I'm going to wait much longer. Then after that, if anyone's still around, will do the stacked Overflow Macropad. I happened to buy it off a drop, sort of as a gag gift / present for my wife, because she definitely does do stuff on stacked Overflow since she is in IT. Find a script, copy paste, and everyone's happy. You're a hero, you know, or so the joke goes. I don't know how much of a joke it is, but I guess I should probably change out these stabs now if I'm going to change them out. Haven't dealt with plate mount stabs in a while. I don't think I can do it with my fingers anymore. Wow, these are in here pretty tight. Well, half of the stab came out. What about the rest of you? Come on. There we go. Whew. I did pre-tune and lube some stabs like, I want to say I did this a month ago or so, maybe even longer. But they still have some lube on them. I want to see if they rattle or they need any tape. But judging by how tight this one was in, they might not. I don't think this rattles at all. As long as it doesn't bind, it'll be good. Alright. Get rid of these. These are just cherry stabs with the bottoms trimmed. Nothing special. Put 205 grade 0 on the housings and XHT BDZ on the wires because I am very formulaic like that. I just do the same things over and over again in my life. If they work. If they don't work, I mean, who knows what I do then. Yeah, get in there. Okay, I don't need to use any tape on these. I'm slightly worried if they're going to start binding on me. It moves freely, okay. I think it's in there. Alright. So be it. Oh man, this side of the case makes it a little bit difficult. Well, before I drop all the switches in my lap, let's move those. Oh, apologies in advance for my overgrown heater coming to life. That thing's just loud. Alright. Whew. This is a tight fit. Yeah, this is not gonna rattle at all. Cool. Oh. Uh-oh. This is tab welded in place. Are both these tabs stuck in place? Uh-oh. Yeah. Bend it that way. Bend it that way. It's in there all the way. Huh. Alright. I don't use plate mount stabs pretty much ever, so if there's any correction to the manhandling them doing, please let me know. Although I can already feel this might rub a little bit. So I guess it's up to the keycaps not to totally be terrible. Or maybe being terrible is what needs to happen here with this keyboard, I don't even know. Come on. Good thing I didn't trim my fingernails just yet. This requires some fingernails. Yeah, okay. Whew. I'll tune these later with a little bit of XHT BDZ in the back, probably. Because why not? Well, in the holiday spirit, let's use the good stuff. Out of the syringe. Push this down. This one's not down all the way. Come on. Yeah, there we go. Does that mean these aren't down all the way? I think they're down all the way. Oh, whatever. Alright, that one moves freely. I think this one will be okay too. Guess we'll see. Alright, tweezers aside for now. Let's throw these over there. Just throw those away later. I doubt I'm going to need plate mount stabs for anything build-wise. Never say never, but I have a habit of keeping way too many things anyway, so let me just dump a bunch of these out. As you can see, we have one different switch for the space bar. This is a black cherry pie. I've fallen in the habit of using a black cherry pie on all my space bars, and I don't want to do my father-in-law dirty like that, so I'll at least use a good switch down here for the space bar. And then beyond that, I'm going to keep plugging away at these, checking pins before I put them in. Because I don't know how many times I've damaged random hot swap sockets and had to break out soldering irons and hope that I can make a connection or jump something. It's not fun, but it is part of life, if you're not careful. Although I have to say, I think hot swap sockets and I guess the boards are being better designed. So I don't have as many issues, but it is a thing. Alright. And since I'm putting nothing in the bottom of this board, because I don't think my father-in-law will care about the acoustics of it, I kinda don't care either. Eventually I'll probably steal it back, clean it up, and do some sort of sound dampening or treatment to it, but that'll be later. I'll save that for a rainy day. But speaking of rainy days and not having enough of them, I do have another side project I'm going to need to do for my wife sometime soon. Before she goes back to work and she has to bring her keyboard back to the office. I have her old Dell AT101, that's a Black Alps board, and I need to clean that out for her because I said I would. And I'll probably end up doing that on stream. And I'll probably also think about floss modding it, since I have to take it down to pretty much the plate anyways. I'm not going to bother desoldering it. I don't think it needs to be fully deep cleaned. I don't even own an ultrasonic cleaner that would do anything for that. And, well, I wouldn't want to do that on stream. That would just be terribly boring. But yeah, I'll be doing that sometime in the next, I guess, week or so as I have time. I also, because the wonderful folks at GeonWorks and Swag Keys have finally put a PCB from Hiding Up for sale for the H88C. I got tracking for that, so I can build my frog from October. Fun times, but MCU crunch is affecting everybody, and it's terrible, and we hate it, and we want things to get back to normal. So, not to get political or anything, but if you have not been vaccinated yet, please get vaccinated. Keep yourself safe, stay healthy, be happy. Let's get over this hard period in everyone's life and get back to having MCUs that aren't out of stock again and don't cost, 3 to 4 times the amount that they should, because ouch, it hurts after a while. Anyways, other things that I have coming. In theory, Portal 65 I think is starting to ship, and Block 67 should be shipping sometime as well. And actually, they just sent a picture of Odin from KBD fans. That will also be shipping sometime soon. So I'll probably get those after New Year's, which is fine, and I'll have a healthy backlog of things that I just won't have time to build, which is okay. It just adds anxiety on my part to want to build things but not have the time. But at least I don't have things to build, so I don't have to worry about, you know, going out and buying more stuff. I can just wait for things to come in then. Beyond that, I have a Discipline high profile kit. That's a little keypad, or the numpad that goes with the Discipline keyboard. I have to build one of those sometimes since it's in my basement, and then we'll see if anything else comes in. Oh yeah, and as soon as I get the PCB for the frog in, I'll probably do that as like, I don't know, maybe a New Year's Day build or something like that. We'll see. We'll see how I'm feeling on New Year's Day. I'm not going anywhere, so I should be fine. That and no one else in the house besides myself drinks, so I might pour one or two out for myself, but I don't think I'm going to go through more than like a bottle of wine or a bottle of scotch, so I should be good to do that. Alright. Do I have just enough switches out? That'd be cool. And I do have to say, for a budget switch, Gat Yellows are actually pretty damn good. Sound-wise, I don't think they're my favorite sound, but I don't know. They're nice and smooth. Alright. Moment of truth, let's plug it in and see if anything blows up. Okay. Throw that back up on the screen, hit the reset button. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. So what happened to this switch? So if I trigger it from the rear, does it work? Which ones were it? This one? And this one. Okay. So let's take out the switches. Maybe I messed up the switches. Let's hope I just bent the pins on the switches like a normal person. Yeah, that one's that one's bent. Pat Assault, hey, what's up, man? Oh, yeah, rip that pin. Hot swap sockets, please. I'm terrible with these things. Okay, that one at least triggered one at one end. Alright. I only killed 2 switches. Nice. Put them over there in my dead pile, or presumed dead pile. Let's put these nasty things in this bin too. Although I'll have to clean everything out later. Alright, I guess I'll keep that there. I'll need that eventually. Guess the next part is putting this thing back together, I guess. Oh, dropped it. It's fine. It's fine. I always bend at least 1 when building hot swap. Yeah, I usually bend like 1 to 5. I have not yet built a hot swap board without bending at least 1. It's depressing. I'm terrible at building things. Oh, I forgot that presses. Alright. Easiest build ever. Love it. Sound treatment? Nothing. Okay, I actually might tape mod this later. We'll see though. Because it's always going to be upstairs, I'll probably just steal it from my father-in-law when he's sleeping and mod it overnight and make it sound slightly different. Again, since he's mostly just going to be reading whatever Chinese junk fiction novels, he'll just be using these arrow keys, and that's probably about it. So, and in my mind, this constitutes a good cheap Christmas present for somebody who I actually don't know. He has like some sort of small, thin form factor Logitech keyboard at the moment. So I remember when we bought that for him, I'm like, oh, that will just be temporary, and then he just kept using it. I'm just like, feels bad, man. And he's too proud to ask for a keyboard, so. I'm worried about these screws because these are self-tappers, so I want to get them screwed down straight so I don't end up ruining other sections of this board. And I made the mental note not to over-tighten because that would be tragedy. Anyways. So how's your life with the suit? You still loving it, Fat Assault? Suit is great. Nice. Yeah, recently, I'm not sure if I mentioned, I finally got one of my PE foam boards in. This is Thera 75. This is interesting, super flexible, and I do like this quite a bit, although it has so much bounce to it that getting used to typing, it does get fatiguing after a while. But yeah, it's a pretty nice board. I have to be a little bit copium about it too, because apparently round 3 for suit will be delayed until sometime around spring, so probably after Chinese New Year. So that's a thing. Yeah. Put that on there. Alright. And to go with the budget, what is? Oh, for the suit round 3? Yeah, apparently they're going to have to wait until Chinese New Year to build stock because they did the group buy for round 2, which totally delayed them. Yeah. But to go with complete the budget build for this TM680, this wonderfully cheap thing, I went with, I don't even know, unbranded, knockoff branded. I don't know how to describe this, but this is like, I guess you could call it 9009. It just looks much cheaper than that. But that's fine. That's fine. Is what it is. Because if I got my father-in-law anything expensive, he would probably actually be upset. So I actually don't know what profile these are. I just bought them off of Amazon and said, sure. Oh, this, I already feel like I need to tape mod this. Oh, so this is the wired version in milky white. This board is like $60 on AliExpress from the first vendor that came up. I think if you dig around on AliExpress and Taobao, you can actually find it for cheaper. But yeah, that plus KS9s, you know, GAT yellows, and random Amazon keycaps. This is a budget build to say a budget build. But yeah, is what it is. Because again, if I bought my father-in-law anything expensive, he'd probably be angry about it and feel like he needed to pay or do something. Or he would eat over it and then just destroy it because it usually sits in front of his place at dinner and he usually just reads whatever novels or light novels as it goes. Okay, that actually, I think it's because the housings are in there super tight. It actually doesn't sound terrible bad. These legends are a bit sus though. But anyways, cheap Christmas present for her father-in-law. It'll make him happy. Hopefully everything will turn out well enough and he won't just say he doesn't need it or something weird. Yeah, he's an old Chinese guy. I can't tell him otherwise, man. I married my wife, not the family. The family came with the wife, though. And these legends look abominable. At least they look fairly consistent. The placement is bugging me a little bit. Looks like it should be on center, but because the letters are not all equal and uniform, it doesn't strike me as appealing looking. But for whatever I paid for this, which is probably less than $40, I mean, perfectly acceptable budget board. It gets the job done. And it'll be colorful. So my daughters will like it too. So I don't know. Knowing my 4-year-old, she'll probably try to detach it from his computer and take it with her and claim it on her pile of keyboards, so. Sounds like a rectangle. Ugh. I just want to dump these things out. These things are so smooth. Oh, that doesn't return well. Do I need a heavier spring in this one, or is it? It's probably the. Try any mods on this board? I don't know. I might. I'll probably end up tape modding it. I might end up silicone modding it sometime much later. But for the moment, I just sort of want to get this done and over with for Christmas, and then I'll see what else I want to do with this later. Because it'll just be upstairs, it'll probably be something I'll just steal and bring down to the workshop at night. Is that in there all the way? Yeah. As long as that's not triggered down, it should be okay. Oh man. Freaking Terabad. Alright. I'll deal with that later. That one, I'll probably have to do all of these later. Well, now I'm actually concerned about the shift. Oh, that doesn't come up at all. Oh, that's not good at all. Oh, buddy. Oh, boy. I might have to pull this stock stabs out and lube them. Yikes. Okay. Wasn't planning on that being that difficult. Okay, so at least the board needs to have an inner key that returns. And a shift that is not. Yeah. These are plate mounted stabs. Actually, is this... Okay, the spacebar is actually pretty straight. Will the spacebar return? No. I had dreamt of this returning well. So the backspace is the only one that returns. Well, shit. That's going to be an issue. Alright, so I'll probably have to take these stabs out and lube up the plate mounts that came with it. Because it doesn't seem to be playing well with anything else. Interesting. If you have any tricks for plate mount stabs, do let me know. This is like my second time ever touching plate mount stabs. I've dealt with co-star stabs in the past from like, you know, pre-built razor boards and things like that, but actual plate mounts. This is the second time I've had to deal with them. I think these are OEM profile. I don't hear it hitting, so hopefully that should be good. Ugh. Yeah, I fear as much. It sort of is what it is. Anyways, so how are things going in the audio forum? I saw some guy post a picture of his kefs up there, and then say he doesn't have a DAC or something. I do pop in every so often. It's going good? Nice. It's a good hobby to get into. I mean, people don't realize, you know, that they could use some good sound in their life until they just have just crap sound. Oh, that's Chris from Mexico. Nice. Everyone loves discounts, especially this time of year. And those look like some pretty nice speakers too. I guess he's setting them up for like extreme near field. I saw them like at the edge of his desk pointed at him. I was like, whoa. That reminded me of one of Zeus's old things of saying Swan M300s close up were like the ultimate near field speaker. And I was just like, bro, you're crazy. Need some space, not as much as SVS Ultras though. I could agree with that. Barely cutting with these on your desk. Actually, I don't even have speakers on my desk anymore because I wanted to get rid of them because they were just taking up space, and I would always use my headphones when I'm sitting on my desk. Mostly because the only time I have the free time anymore is in the middle of the night, and I can't be playing loud things in the middle of the night. It's a shame. Alright. So before I put more keys on and make these inaccessible, let me do something about this. Actually, I'm going to need some of these speakers once I move back to school. I suppose it depends on who lives around you, you know? Maybe. Alright, let me grab a lube brush. I have this, and I guess I'm going to need some XHT. No, I will be lazy. I will just be lazy and use this. Let me grab one lube brush. We'll be right back. Neighbors might hate me. That's true. That's true almost anywhere. Alright. How do I not mess this up? Oh, we replaced the ducks that looked like cockroaches from top down with fish that look like fish because, yeah. You got a big lube job ahead of you? What do you got to do? Duroc palms. It's a lot of Duroc palms. Oh man, did I wedge these in here too hard? Am I gonna need to like use freaking pliers to get these out? Man, I complicated this by smashing this in, didn't I? Let me grab some pliers. So what are you looping all the Duroc palms for? Your own build or someone else's? Oh. Am I going to be able to get this out? How painful is this going to be? Okay, apparently very painful. Come on out. Gonna try them out. Day off, 60, gonna have an extra lying around for another build. Oh, okay. Duroc palms are ever popular. I guess I should take the switch out. I just went full stupid. Shows how often I use these stabilizers. Never. Ew, it popped out from the wire too. Aren't you just the disgusting little piece of crap? What do I need? This one, and this one. And you're back. Oh, ad? My bad. I don't schedule these things, they just pop up. You didn't miss anything. I'm forgetting to remove switches as I try to get these stabs out. Because, of course, I don't use these stabs. Alright. So pliers were not particularly useful, especially not these nylon jawed ones. Brute force worked. And I can hear an airplane diverting probably from LaGuardia. Come on out. Piece of garbage. Feel bad for these poor tweezers. Probably going to destroy them by the end of the night trying to get these stabs out. I wonder if I just put enough leverage on this part here. Will it come out? No. No, it won't. Those iFixit tweezers. I bought these off of Amazon, super cheap. I think they're the same as the old iFixit tweezers. Ooh, Okay. Damage the plate, but that's fine. This plate's pretty whatever. As long as I don't rip my finger open and have to get to the hospital, we'll be good. And as long as I don't break the case, I'll be happy. Oh, I broke the stabilizer. Does that mean I can just force you up like this? Yeah, okay. Just break everything. Ew. Well, the forceps still seem to be intact. I can still do stuff. Yeah, careful with the tweezers, of course, yeah. I'm always careful. Just not with myself. Alright, is it just more effective if I just push on this part up? Do I have anything sturdy to use? Of course not, everything here is breakable. Besides scissors, I probably don't want to use scissors for this. Alright. Yep, super tight friction. Oh, there went my paintbrush. Oops. Alright, I guess I should just remove these switches before I accidentally destroy them. Or purposefully destroy them. I don't know. Okay. So those plate mounts don't fit. Let's go back to the original. Use those flathead screwdrivers. Yeah, I thought about it. But I have these tools right in front of me and I don't want to scratch any of my good flatheads. These are pre-clipped, very, very dry stabs. Interesting. This plate, it's either alu or some sort of very cheap, thin stainless. It's probably alu. It looks like painted alu now I look at it. Alright. I can probably end up using the wires as long as I didn't bend the living crap out of these wires now I think about it. Hold on to that for a second. Let me finish lubing the stab housing. Trying to pick up a pair of Hyphaman Aria V2s. Ooh, that sounds nice. Yeah, I keep looking since I started talking to you again about thinking about upgrading audio equipment. But I'm going to hold off for a little bit just so I don't overspend on things. Open box sale, indecisive for too long. Yeah, that happens. But if you can score a pair, that'd be pretty sweet. The US ones are all sold out? No. So where are you going then? Are you getting a proxy somewhere else to send them in? Emailed support. They put me on a notification list. Oh, okay. That'd be pretty sweet. If you get those at a decent price, that would definitely be a win. Hopefully some come back in stock in the US. They don't make V2 anymore. This is true. Alright. Let me try using this wire, because I think I balanced this wire once upon a time. Since yanking it about, it's probably not balanced anymore, but it'll be okay, probably. As long as it fits these stubs. There we go. I try out L-stabs. I should be getting a set of L-stabs in tomorrow, actually. I do want to try them. I don't know what board I want to try them in yet. Oh, that went through the bottom. They're fantastic, you say. Yeah, I hear either people love them or hate them. Because with their 75 I use Stabies, right? And for that, it worked on everything except for the 7U well. The 7U had, because I was a flex cut in the switch and I was using a long pull switch, it didn't work out so well for me. So I had to switch that out. But the 2Us seemed just fine. So, I don't know. This feels like it should be good. Throw the switch back in. Alright, these stabs work. Yeah. Just my luck. Anyways, moving on. Mostly straight wires, few got unlucky. Yeah. Yeah, that's what I was reading. I was watching people balance wires on stream live and just snap them in half. Talk about a feels bad moment. But the tolerances, are they pretty good on the actual housings themselves then? Literally impossible to balance because they'll break before they bend? Yeah. I remember, I forget what streamer it was, but I was watching clips of a few guys just attempt to bend the wires and just watch them snap in half. I'm sort of wondering when they'll make, you know, like the null blend wires that in theory shouldn't break, but will be somewhat malleable and bend. As long as they can make those straight, that might be an interesting concept, but I guess you'll have to talk to Mr. Dan Clark to get the formula for his wires and headbands. Stems move around the housing the same. Okay, so just like Duroc V2. Interesting. Because with Stabies, they were super tight, where they did not have enough room to move around, so they were binding on just slightly uneven key presses, or in this case, I had a flex cut in the space bar. As I was pushing it down, the flex cut was actuating it, and they were binding on the front end. Liquid Metal had the same thing about no wires. Maybe. But like, for example, with the headband on the Dan Clark products, I can bend that around. And unless I go way out, it's not going to bend and snap. So, I don't know. It's probably something similar. I'm just wondering about the exact formulations. There's probably some differences in there that might benefit them or might not. But honestly, if they can't get the wires to be 100% straight, they're probably going to be screwed anyways, because this material that the headband's made out of, nitinol, it's not going to really bend anyways. But that's interesting. I want to see if they can improve upon it. Since I do have 2 sets coming in, I'll have to see what I can put them in. RV2s? Yeah. Because I have more Stabies coming in, I have some TX coming in, and now I have some Owl Labs coming in. It actually took me longer to track down a supply for the TX that seemed legit. Yeah, hopefully tolerances and manufacturing are down. Ew, getting goop all over my fingies. The stems were a little bit tighter on Owl Labs. Yeah. Eventually someone will hit like the mother load and make just better stabilizers for the ones that we're currently using. And then some genius, hopefully sometime, will figure out a way so we can, just never have to use stabilizers again. I think that's probably going to end up being the most ideal fix. Okay, that's not moving around. I don't have to tape it. I even have my good old-fashioned hockey friction tape here to do the classic move of adding tape and stuff between the housing and the case, or in this case the plate, to make sure it doesn't move around. You can definitely hear a difference in the stabs though. This one sounds more normal. This one just sounds ever slightly not so good and congested. I use multiple switches instead. So I know some old ISO boards had like multiple switches for the ISO enter. I don't know how that would actually actuate, because part of the problem is then you have uneven forces still across the board itself, so things will go down on one side but not the other side necessarily. So in a theory, stabilizers like this are the easiest solution, but no one's really happy with them. I guess the even easier thing would be like CoStar stabs that only hook in on either side of the key, and that basically uses the key's own rigidity to dampen the blow. But not a lot of people in the US seem to like CoStar stabs at all, myself included. Basically because they were on all of our cheap gaming keyboards way back when in the day, and they were terrible because no one understood how they worked or how to put them back on. Overly complicated, too many different pieces that can each cause problems. True. Like honestly, if someone had invented like a PCB with a bar in it that just actuates, that is flat, is already built in, that just will evenly actuate, you would get rid of a lot of the problem. But then you'd have to figure out some way to build it into the PCB that's safe, that is durable, and you wouldn't have issues with, fitting multiple keycaps and things like that on there. Now that I'm envisioning that does seem doable, actually. I don't know how that would work, though, with the way we've designed PCBs. I guess if you wanted a piece, instead of going above the PCB, if they had like a slot and guide wires and dampening material, you could have it under the PCB and actuate up through it. I don't know. I'm on vacation. My brain's not really working. Now I think about it though, I'll have to earmark that to try to diagram out or think about how that would work. Specialized switch that are ultra tight, they don't need stabilized, at least for everything that's not a spacebar. Maybe. So the idea of using unique switches, or different form factor switches I guess I should say, is probably the better way to put it, does strike me as a solution. I don't know what the switches would look like though to make it work. Interesting thought though, yeah. Alright, that's tight too. Spacebar sounds like crap. Alright. This fish is gonna live over here for now. The stem would have to be bigger. It would have to be bigger or in different shape that would stabilize differently. But fundamentally, inside a switch, if you have to use multiple springs or something like that, you'd have a very similar situation too, where it wouldn't go down straight. And that's part of the design for MX style though. When you look at it on paper, it's to go down straight because it's a small area that you're pressing on rather than at an angle. So that way you can press from the bottom of the key or the top of the key or the corner of the key. And it should feel relatively uniform because it's only a small area that's being pressed down and actuated. If you have a larger stem, I think you'd have the problem with forces not being distributed equally throughout. I don't know though. It's probably something that a little bit of modeling would actually probably solve. And before I put more on, let me... Can I get you up? Okay. I'm gonna have to plug the butt on this. It feels terrible. Alright. See if a little XHT BDZ if the butt works. Works better. Okay. Now for the rest of these keys. Tuning stabs, never ending story. Truth. Also, just the most annoying thing ever. Alright, then we have a winning key. And looks like one U on this side. Hopefully this board has the kitting for this. I didn't actually check when I bought this on Amazon because it was such a cheap set. and behold, I think it does. All right. It's like I actually prepared for this. If Labs fixed their QC on the wires, and I think it would be a perfect or near perfect stabilizer. Good to hear. Can't wait to use them. Alright, so we have page up, page down, and delete. I'm gonna guess delete is at the top. This would be row 4. Or row 1 on that one. Then we have page up and page down. I actually don't know which one that would be. I think they both be this row here. I'll use all the darker mods for this. It's on the side, why not? No holy mod needed, just some lube and you're good. Literally only took some 205 grade 0 for mine. Honestly, I haven't holy modded in quite a while. Originally I had joined the hype of holy modded and tried it out. I actually didn't like the way it made my stabs feel at all. Wow, this actually has the correct kitting. I'm super impressed with myself. I didn't think I actually bought this with that in mind. I probably didn't. I probably just got lucky. All right. Let me put all the stuff back in the box and seal it up before I lose everything by spilling it everywhere. All right. Throw that down there. It sounds like a rectangle. Let's see if I've ruined any of the switches after putting things back together. Via, back up on screen, hit the reset button. Oh, that's green. What button does this do? Mute, okay. Something muted in there. All right. I guess I have to test this thing out now, this abomination that I just made. I think this will be the cheapest keyboard I've ever made. Turn that off. Bring up the monkey type. Alright, stand by, let me change around the mic. Okay, I've eyeballed the position. Bring this down so it's a little bit more visible. I guess I need to stop that. All right. Mouse clicks, keyboard level. Caps lock is on. Fuck. my typing sucks today. Chaos lines aren't bad. And the spacebar definitely hits different. I don't know if I like it with the plate. Best sounding stabilized key has to be this backspace up here. I don't know if it's because it has like multiple points holding it down, but it just sounds better. All right, it's a rectangle. It's a plastic rectangle. It types. This will be perfect for my father-in-law. I'm sure he'll hate it. Anyways, let me change the mic back. All right, gotta go. See you later. Cool. Have a good one, man. Thanks for stopping by. I'm actually kind of happy with this. Simple build, easy, done. All right. I don't know where to eat this. Starlight 12 Phantom. Let's do this. There's my music. Oh. Okay. I did not open this yet. It's still sealed. I'm going to open it up now. This is going to, I guess, just complement whatever keyboard I happen to be using at the point in time. I'll have this very white Aries, or no, this is Zeus. This finish is called Zeus. And the Phantom finish. Ooh. Ooh. Okay. I like it. Same size, small. Side profile. Same grills and structures. Bottom looks identical. Actually, I didn't read up on the Discord what the differences might be, but it appears to be all the same things that I can see through the shell. Again, this bottom would be the plastic bit. The rest of it will be element 12 magnesium. All right. So if I turn this one off, and I turn this one on, will it automatically work, or do I need to use this dongle with it? Might be a per dongle thing. Okay, cool. Or this might not have power, now I think about it. Let me show you where I hide my Finalmouse dongles. I'm gonna have to label these. Okay. Amazing. It feels exactly the same. I love it. It just has this very striking look to it. And then, yep, there's probably some stuff below here in the Finalmouse box. I don't know what's in here though. I forget what was in the other box, but that's fine. Okay. I don't know how much charge is left in this, so let me put the other mouse off to the side, and let's finish the stream with this mouse. guess I can connect up the keyboard. Yeah. Current keyboard I'm using today, my Thera 75 from Create Keebs, PE Foam Monster. I actually like it quite a bit. Actually, let me slide that back. Next part of the builds. This is the key. This is a Macropad from Stacked Overflow. This is going to be a Christmas present for my wife. Comes with the coiled cable, I'll leave it in there. Can I get it out? Encased in all the foam is this wonderful little Macropad. That should just be Control C and then Control V. If I just pull this off, these are Kale Blacks. Okay. As much as I don't care about using Kale Blacks, my wife is a clicky enjoyer, so I have some box navies and box jades. I know from testing out a bunch of key switches to make this abomination over here with blue bombs in it, that my wife actually really found the box jades to be okay switches. So I will attempt to disassemble this and install some box jades. And this is probably going to have to do a little bit of soldering to get things out, but it shouldn't be too bad. I probably should have pulled all the keycaps off before. So the reset switch is over there. Okay. This looks doable. I had my silicone mat down there, but I might not even bother using it. I probably should though. Why are there LEDs at the bottom of this? Why are there LEDs in the bottom of this? Oof. Some of the anno on this is a little bit rough. Well, good thing they didn't advertise this as some super premium thing, because super premium this does not appear to be. It's fine. These are 3-pin, these are 3-pin, this will work. Alright. Let me get some paper towel out. Oh, there goes the rest of the KS3s in the baggie. Put over this. Let me move this out to the side. Move this flammable stuff away. Let me put a piece of paper towel so everything can catch fire, and this will be terrible for me. Okay, something to tell me I should probably actually just get the silicone pad over here for any sort of soldering, desoldering. Alright. Okay. Move the soldering iron into view. Need to plug it in. Solder pump. And I'll put it onto this paper towel. Still haven't changed the tip. I actually got new silicone for it, but I don't know. This little bit of Kapton tape has been working like a charm so far. All right, while this heats up, to note, I usually would have an exhaust fan, but there'll be too much stuff moving around. All right, already up to 350. 350C, let's see if this is enough heat to... Oh, this is gonna move on me. That's not gonna be fun. Oh man, this is gonna be a little bit painful, I think. Looks like I'll actually have to add solder in and then suck it out. Part of me also just wants to break out that FR401. This looks like it might actually be painful to take out. It's going to be pain getting good suction on this because it's such a small surface area. Let's see, can I just remove this middle switch with a little bit of prying without doing anything terrible to this? No. So actually this one here that's not popping out. All right, one out. Let me put LEDs in here too. Crazy. That wasn't on the online blurb about it. All right. Alright, definitely need to redo that over there. Alright, let's see if we can get this one out. Wait, the whole board's moving with it. So I guess I need to solder one in the middle then. Well, luckily box jades are box jades. I'm not going to be doing anything to them. They're box jades. Alright, let me solder that one in. There's the familiar clicking noise. I'm sure my wife will love this. Alright, the solder joints look fine. Looks like I need to add a little bit more to this one right here and then pull it out. Oh, switch number 2 out. Excellent. Place it immediately with a good old clicky. Alright, solder joint looks fine. Now for the last one. So we're right by a bank of caps and diode in the middle. And of course, didn't come out cleanly. Could really use a third hand. I want to solder it this way, but this is going to be difficult to hold. man. This is going to be the difficult one. Ugh. Okay. Nope, it's not getting enough suction on it because everything around it. Alright, got the second one out cleanly. I still need to get this one out though. I'm not sure exactly how I'm going to do this. Or maybe I don't change the V. Oh man. Now I'm kind of curious, will the FR301 nozzle even work in this one? Let's check. Would I even be able to get in here and desolder? Oh, I think I could. It would just be a very tight fit. So I guess I break out FR301 for a single switch. Yep, this is what my life has come to. Alright, so be it. Alright, let's power it on. Let's wait for the warning light at the front to say that it's heated, and then we'll hit it real quick. I think I have this set to 400C, which should be fine. As long as I don't blow up and get everything else melted. Alright, light went out. Let's go in. Oh, that's beautiful. Alright, let me put it down without burning anything. Magic. This was never an issue. Alright, turn it off, whatever. Only did one. Okay. Uh-oh. Things are falling down. You're okay. Let that cool down for a few seconds. Pick out click you to go in here. Give it a second, cool down. Don't want to put it away while it's hot. I actually don't have the stand out. Shame on me. Actually, let me set up the stand on the floor, actually. Make sure I trip over my expensive FR301 later. Preferably after the stream, so it's not so painful to me. Alright. Forgot, need to turn you back on. Very heated up. Okay, if you say so. No, you're not. Okay. And just like that, 100 to 350, it's ready. Slightly annoying to do. Alright, before I do anything else, let me plug it in and make sure it works. Actually, let me get this out of the way first. Did I clean this out? Yeah, it's good. Careful not to drop this crap everywhere. No, lights are on the bottom of it. Is this in VIA? No. Key tester. Control C V. Ooh, it works. Alright. That was easy. Done. And that's all the Christmas shopping I did not do. Or I did online, I should say. It's fine. It's fine. Alright, snap this back up, close it up, and box it up, and just pretend like this was the easiest thing I had to buy. Because if the wife knows it was too much work, she'll complain that I should have bothered. She would be fine with Kale Black. Let's not do that. Let's just make it magical. It's a Christmas gift. Just like the father-in-law will never have to know how BS the stabs were. Not like he'd care, but he doesn't also need to know. Alright, glad I bought my FR301 forever ago. Use it to desolder at least 3 boards now. And then this. So it is a thing. I'm glad I have it. Alright. I guess if anyone wants to hear this, that's probably actually killing anyone that's listening, but yep. They're box jades, they're clicky. They're clicky boys. Just like my wife always wanted. Well, I don't know if she actually wanted this Macropad, but yeah, she's getting it. Merry Christmas. Alright. Put this packaging back on top of it. Then I'll have to wrap it later with some gift wrap. And done. Alright. Well, that's 2 presents. Fortunately for my daughters, I actually bought them things, so easy enough for that. Don't forget to turn that off before I touch it. Put these Cal Blacks in this box, because I don't know what these are actually. Just have random boxes now with switches in them. At some point I'll actually need to take a look at all the various switches that I have and try to organize them and make sense of them. But not tonight. This has just been a quick stream to do some stuff for Christmas. Eventually I'm going to do more. Things I have to do. I need to use that FR301 to knock out a whole bunch of Cherry MX greens from an old board that I have, and then do the science experiment of seeing if I can add Cherry Hyperglide stems in there and see if that works, because they're old housings. I want to see if I can just make that work so I don't have to buy more switches, and if that does work, I'll use that in Odin actually whenever I build that. I do need to get working on other lube. I also need to do the discipline pad high profile that I have sitting over there, and I think that's the last thing I have in the basement that I can build right now. Eventually, probably around the actual new year itself, I'll have an H88C. I'll actually have 2 H88C PCBs to build my frog with. Whenever I can build the frog, I'll do that on stream. I'm really looking forward to having a frog in my life. Nice as 75% are, I really do like TKLs much better. And I found out I actually really like 60s after building my key round 2. So I'll be looking out for another good 60. I decided to pass up the Noxuary, even though that's probably going to be pretty cool, because I want something with a little bit different styling that looks more, well, more dramatic than just a simple rectangle. It had a very elegant presence, but I decided not to go for that one. Well, yeah, we'll see what else comes up. Plenty of stuff coming sometime whenever group buys in. I think next year I'll have close to 30 some boards coming in, so that's if I buy no more. I'll probably still buy more. I'm terrible about this. Anyways, I think that's going to be it for me for tonight. I think I'm done. I don't have anything else to do that's scheduled. I just have to clean up everything now. Alright, well that's it. Next time, whenever I stream again, I'll probably be desoldering some switches, getting some stuff ready. I'll probably push the discipline pad over to next year and get ready for Odin and Frog. So, desoldering and then trying out Hyperglide stems in the old Cherry MX Green housings that I've been using in my old WASD Code V2 keyboard. And I actually wanted to do some Cherry MX Black with Kale Black stems in my frog, and I've already stem swapped the Cherry MX Blacks. I just need to lube those up, so I'll probably have a stream of just me lubing, which is always fun. But that's it for me for tonight. I need to clean up and then get some rest. My family's still a little bit sick. I'm still a little bit congested myself, so I don't want to stay up too late and push my luck, because as soon as one of them wakes up, I gotta go. So until next time, yeah, that's it for me. Thanks for stopping by. Have a good evening, and catch you later.